In this demonstration, we're going to learn how to create groups in Okta, as well as 2 ways of adding users to those groups. I just received a note from my manager indicating that we're going to have 1 or 2 new help desk employees starting soon, and that I should be ready for this in Okta. In addition, I also got an email from the HR team indicating that we're going to have dozens of new sales employees starting soon, and again, I should be prepared. As a result, we're going to need to set up some Okta groups to help with this. Let's see how we can do that. We're going to open our Okta URL. We're going to type in our username and password and click sign in. Once we land on our Okta admin dashboard page, we can click the groups link. From here, we're going to click on add group, and we're going to enter in the data that we know. In this case, help desk first. We'll give the help desk group a name and a description. And then we'll click on add group, and we'll add 1 more group for sales. Give it a name and a description, and click on add group. So now we see in our summary page, we have 2 new groups, a help desk and sales, neither of which has any members in it yet. Based on our volume levels, we know that the help desk group changes are going to be very low volume, right? So 1 to 2 users a couple times a year. In that case, we can do that manually in Okta. To make manual changes to groups, click on the group name, click on the Manage People link, scroll down to the users who are not yet a member. We see Sally Field and know Sally's already a help desk administrator. Click on the plus button next to Sally's name. Once all the members are confirmed on the right side column, click Save. We now see that Sally appears as a group member. And if we click the link to go back to groups in the upper left, we see that the help desk summary is now 1 person shows as a member. Now for sales, it's a higher volume, higher frequency use case, right? So a couple dozen users at a time, multiple times a year, maybe monthly, maybe more. In that case, we need to use Okta's group rules to automate this, because the efficiency of dealing with it 1 user at a time just won't work. We're going to click on the Rules tab. We're going to click on Add a Rule. We're going to give the rule a name. We'll call it Sales Employees. And then we're going to look at our expression builder. The expression builder basically starts with an if-then-else statement to figure out who's a member of the group. We're going to use user attributes, in this case, probably department. So we're going to click on the attribute list as a second dropdown. We're going to start typing for department. We're going to select department, and then we're going to enter a value for what the department value should be, in this case, sales. So if the user attribute department has a value of sales in it, then we want to assign the user to this new group. I'm going to hit the drop down for the groups, and I'm going to select the new sales group that was just created. Once I'm done, I can click Add a Rule. And we see that the rule is created here on the group summary page under Rules. You'll note that the group rule by default is in inactive state. We'll want to select the drop down next to inactive and select Activate to make sure that the rule is activated and actually adds members to the groups. Now that it is, we need to modify a user so that the users have sales in their department field. Let's go find a user and make that happen. We're going to click on Directory and People. We're going to select Tom Jones. We're going to select Tom's profile. We're going to click Edit, and then we're going to scroll down to Department, and we're going to type in Sales. Then we're going to click Save. Then we're going to scroll back up to the top. Over the left, we're going to click on our groups again. And we see now that sales has a single member. If we drill into sales, we see that Tom Jones is the member, and the method of membership is by rule and because of the sales employees rule. So because Tom has sales in the department field, he becomes a member of the group. So now there's a nice automated way to update help desk users and sales users based on their group membership. So the fun actually begins next when we do things like assign applications and policies and even other roles. And we'll learn how to do that in an upcoming demonstration.